Good morning and hello, I'm Professor Code. This is the Forex Supermodel Racing Review and Forex Briefing for, Friday the 2nd of December 2022. We had a race of interest yesterday which we didn't bet on, which was at Medyan, UAE, United Arab Emirates, 2 o'clock. The two horses in question, just grab this, where was it? Number 3, Bilhal or whatever it is, came fourth, I think, and this FTO first time outer Mischief Moon came seventh. I think that was about generally pretty poor runnings. Nothing to write home about, but just sort of let you know as we mentioned it. So that was that. Today, yet again, it's very scrappy. We're going to have to. We've got no filters in operation today. Excuse me. We've been looking at them and. That's where we are. So unfortunately we've got no bet. The account is static at plus 57.50 units. Right, what's happening on elsewhere? Well, there's a lot happening on the Forex front. We had a bit of an interesting day yesterday on the Forex. We were looking at doing a buy order on the dollar yen at 1500 after the ISM Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index information came out. So the order was in just prior. This data came in soft, so the dollar dropped more. We had a buy order in, so our buy order was way out with the washing, didn't get executed, so we chopped it out. But because there's been such a significant down move in the dollar yen, sort of it was chopping it had a big down move on the day. We used our basically, if you want to find a bottom of something in the short term, you don't just keep adding the trades. The best thing to do is to stick buy orders in if it's dropping, and about 10 points above the market, and then the order will keep getting removed effectively until you get that bounce. And then you can have a stop on there as well, just in case you get whipsawed. But anyway, we put 2 more orders in. The market continued to drop, and then eventually we got I think the 3rd or 4th order. We caught the bounce, and that was the good part of the story. It started to charge up. We got about 60 points on the board. Then we were called to some meetings, so we had a choice really. We had to basically either chop it out, which in hindsight would have been the sensible thing to do with a 50-60 point profit, but we took the dumb neck view that it was going to go bounce back to sort of maybe the daily opening, which was way higher, another sort of 20-30 points higher, and so we just put a break-even stop in it, went to our meetings, and then of course when we came back about 5 o'clock. It done the decent thing and stopped us out at 0, so we ended up getting nothing out of that, but we had the right idea. So expensive meeting, but there you go. That's the game. So what's happening today? We've got non-farm payrolls, NFP. That's at 13:30. Right. Well, everybody will be raving about that. Now the key theme here is that basically Powell in the Fed has effectively pivoted. He's taken his foot off the raising rates, so he's put the handbrake on, and the NFP non-farm payrolls is expected to come in at about 200k, previously 261k or something. So and the ADP report, which was out on Wednesday, was soft. Now the ADP report is quite often used as a marker for the NFP, but it's not that good a marker. But nevertheless, the market does pay attention to it, and the ADP report was pretty soft. And the interesting thing is you've got this soft dollar theme off the back of this retreat from raising rates. And you've had soft data, you had soft manufacturing PMI. The next Monday we've got service PMI, Purchasing Managers Index. That's a measure of inflation, an important measure of inflation in the US, because services are a significant part of their economy. So The gist of it is, and before I start rambling on, is that the likelihood is we're going to get soft US data, but there's an event risk on Monday after the weekend, so you're likely to see some profit taking in the soft dollar, and in order to do that they'll have to buy their positions back, and so you're likely to see a bit of an about turn in the dollar, and particularly the dollar yen. So the dollar yen is in play again for buy orders, sort of prior to NFP. But you've got to be careful. NFP is very whipsawy, so you probably better not actually putting the buy order in just prior to NFP. Let NFP come out, and if it's soft, you'll get this big thump down anyway, which will encourage all the retail traders to jump in on the short side. And then you're looking for this bounce again, like we had yesterday, except it should be more significant. So what we'd advise you to do is to not put the order in at 13.30. Let all the fireworks happen, and then assuming it's a soft data, then start fishing for the bottom using our approach of 10 pip orders above the market, which will, if it keeps dropping, you'll be miles away, and you have to keep entering them until you get the bounce, and then have about a 25-point stop on it, and you could be at the races then, which is more than we can say about today. So anyway, that's what we're doing. I know we've had a few new subscribers, so welcome. If you've got any comments, stuff you'd like us to sort of elaborate on, be it we talked about paddling yesterday, not swimming, but horses that have got this peculiar action. There's a lot of stuff we can pass on if you're interested. Anyway, so drop us a few notes in the comments and give us a clue. Anyway, so that's where we are. We've got no racing, but we've got the weekend coming up. The all-weather season's sort of firing up pretty soon, so we normally have a good few bets on the all-weather season, and but it's just not quite firing up yet. So that's where we are, and maybe have a go at finding this bounce on the dollar yen. This is the ones who we're going to be having a go at once the fireworks are stopped on NFP. So anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and goodbye.